Sonic, what's that guy's deal?
A mascot designed specifically as a cooler alternative to Mario struggles to remain relevant as video games change and eventually he takes a nosedive. Oh, who could I be describing today? This is of course the story of Sonic the Hedgehog, as told by the internet, but like when has the internet ever been right about anything? We're grossly oversimplifying it here. Sonic isn't just passed out in the gutter somewhere, he's caught in a constant ebb and flow of quality. He's deeply loved, he's universally hated, he's digitally immortalized as the unofficial face of DeviantArt, and he's imprisoned in the bizarre new corner of internet humor that's just starting to target early 2000s pop culture, like Shrek, and, well, mostly Shrek.
I honestly believe that Sonic is one of the most culturally complex game characters ever to exist. Now, does that sound monumentally stupid? It does, but I'm dead serious. Like, think about it. Sonic has a radically different effect on everyone he comes into contact with. You can't say that about a lot of things.
Like me and Sonic, we're weird. I've flirted with the Genesis games a few times. I can tell they're good, but I usually get frustrated after like 2 or 3 stages, just how it goes. I had a fling with Sonic 06 a couple years ago. My friends and I played through about a third of it just for the novelty. But I've always been enchanted by my memories of going to my cousin's house as a kid, taking the road trip all the way down there, and watching him play Sonic Adventure 2. That game fucked me up, man. I see all this running and grinding and taking down the military-industrial complex, and like, I'm used to Mario at the time. I'm used to Kirby. What is this? Without prior knowledge or cultural context, it just looks weird. It looks really weird. It left an impression on me.
But it didn't do a whole lot more than that. Because, you know, now I care about Sonic, I make a point of knowing about Sonic, where he stands, but I'm not really what you'd call a fan of Sonic. Frankly, just the size of his fan base doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I've talked to a lot of people whose opinions on games I, like, super respect, and they say that at his best, Sonic usually just isn't that good. So, where are the legions of Sonic enthusiasts coming from? They're coming from somewhere. Something. I am straight up mystified by the disconnect there. Like, unless it's like, you know, full-on 50s sci-fi and they're like coming from outer space, Sonic fans are germinating in the ground, reproducing via pods, which, you know, I'm sure some people would claim is the truth. There's something I'm missing, some shared Sonic experience people are organizing around, and I think it's Sonic Adventure 2, at the very least for my generation. It's the one I see on the internet, people, like, elevating on their grotesque internet pedestals, so I'm just gonna have to play it.
So I had planned this whole sketch out where, like, I was gonna go and buy a chili dog and then use it in a ritual to summon the game, but that's bad, so...
Alright, let's, get radical.
Sigma Alpha 2 heading due south over the city. We're en route, everything's a go.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I've already got something to say. What is Sonic even about? This 3D mascot platformer is opening with a shot of a military helicopter, and there's Air Force jargon, and he's taking out everyone aboard? Jesus, oh, what's happening now?
Freeze! What do you think you're doing? Get that hedgehog!
Oh, okay, hold the phone a sec. What's this ska? What's this ska in the background? And why is it so fun? And why am I so emotional suddenly about this fun ska? It's cheesy, yeah, but like I'm kinda into this. I'll do it. I'll follow with you, Sonic. Follow with you onto googlemaps.jpg, apparently.
Wow.
Attention all units.
You know, for years I've only ever heard this song in like a strictly ironic context, and now it's happening for real. It's kind of bittersweet, in a way.
The controls feel nice considering I'm supposed to be grinding metal on asphalt here, and Blasting through cars is silly and empowering, and I can really sense the downward momentum. Okay, like, I want to say I'm having fun here, but I also kind of feel like I'm being manipulated. A lot of this initial enthusiasm is coming from the theming. You know, like, I wasn't ready for that ska. I was not ready. So it kind of feels like there's just a layer of paint over a game that might actually be kind of wonky and unresponsive. Like, would this be working, even if it weren't Sonic? I honestly don't know. I will say, though, I can appreciate the variety. Switching between characters from level to level works quite well, especially when it's broken up with Chow business, and the decision to bring the number of level types down to 3 from Sonic Adventure's 25,000 keeps things varied without losing focus. Anyway, it's good to see a Sonic level again. Those have been pretty good so far. Hold on, that music, it's... Oh no. I'm trying to keep cool here, I'm trying to give a reasoned opinion on this game, and then they bring back the ska. They bring back the fun ska. It's so whimsical, but like, in a rebellious way, like, you resent authority but your mom still packs your lunch kind of way. Alright, you know what? There's no point holding this back anymore.
I like this. I am enjoying myself.
Grab that rocket, Sonic. Do those loops, Sonic.
I like this. I like Sonic Adventure 2. I like the Knuckles levels. I like grabbing his shitty little emeralds. God, I even like the Tails levels.
I love the Chow Garden. I don't know how to do it properly, but I like it. Why are you supposed to throw the egg against the wall? That's not intuitive. That's not intuitive.
And I like it. I like all of these asinine things, but you know what I like most of all? I like Eggman.
But you know what's weird? I didn't even like it in the way I thought I might. All the conversations I've seen online about how Sega needs to redeem Sonic have been focused on speed as a gameplay element. Like, you gotta make Sonic fast, you gotta make him fast, you gotta make him go faster. But what really appeals to me here is the atmosphere, the way the game conducts its tone and its characters. As bizarre and dissonant as everything is, I can kind of imagine it almost coexisting in some fucked up sort of way. It's like a 12-year-old sketchbook come to life. It's earnest, it's bold and unpolished. There's something irresistible about that for me. It's unlike anything, frankly, that I've ever seen. Like the Knuckles levels, right? They're kind of a mess. No safe choices were made here, you know? Knuckles, he feels overly equipped for the situation. You can climb all over anything and glide pretty much everywhere, so you have what feels like an unnatural degree of control. Like the game itself is getting all excited that you're moving through 3D space. It's adorable. It's reminiscent of early 3D games. And as if that wasn't endearing enough, the music, it's on a whole other level. It makes a real effort to be contemporary. I've always appreciated how Sonic has done that. Like in the 90s, it was all... And now we have a rapper, presumably the speaker here is Knuckles, throwing down rhymes about just, like, the level scenery? It's so irrationally sure of itself. We're talking pure gold. But it's not just like, oh, look how dumb this is. There's a lot of genuine character here. That's what this game is. It's genuine. I can imagine a kid playing this and getting really attached to this music and these characters. Hell, I think I'm getting attached.
I mean, not like too attached. That'd be weird.
Graveyard theory. Our ghosts try to approach me and got leery. Ask him a question and he vanished in a second. I'm walking through valleys, crying pumpkin in the alley.
Hey, wake up!
Huh? Who's there?
Alex, it's me, Jimmy.
My original Sonic character, Jimmy the Hedgehog? I can't believe it's really you. How are you talking to me? What was in that chili dog?
Look, forget it, man. You're a wreck. Take a look at yourself. This game is consuming you.
I know, but I can't. I love him so much, Jimmy. I just love Sonic so much. I wasn't ready. I'm sorry.
Okay, stop. You don't love Sonic.
What?
Remember when you couldn't make that jump in the jungle level? You were furious. I heard you say, and this is a direct quote, "You can't jump for rotten beans, you worthless shit mammal. I hope you drown in dirty jungle water and lie entombed at the bottom until archaeologists recover your shitty little body and throw it in the trash."
Oh yeah. I didn't like that part. I didn't like a lot of parts. So, does that mean this is a bad game?
Okay, well, what does bad mean for you personally? On this Sonic journey, you've learned a lot about liking things and not liking things. It's time to decide where you stand.
Yeah, I think I understand now. Thank you, Jimmy the Hedgehog.
You're welcome, Alex. If you ever need me, I'll be right here. No, on your DeviantArt profile.
Oh.
Also, don't forget to finish your Wattpad fanfic about me, because Shadow isn't gonna fuck himself, and I've been waiting for 10 years.
So this game, in many, many ways, isn't well made. Now, you could take that to mean that it's bad, but I think that would be kind of reductive. You know what? I'm going to tell you a story. A parable, if you will. When I was recording footage for this video, of Sonic, it took a long time, and I was often up late playing the game to get footage, and the only thing open at the time, if I wanted food, was the 7-Eleven across the street. So naturally, I'd go there, and I started getting these burgers, about that big, $2 each, popped in the microwave for 30 seconds, and well, they were just the worst. They were the worst burgers I've ever voluntarily eaten. But here's the funny thing, I kept eating them. I kept eating them again and again because, for me, the experience of reveling in that kind of, luxurious filth was so novel and cathartic for me that it was actually a positive experience. So if I wanted to critically evaluate this burger, this is where I'm bringing it back to Sonic, how would I do that? Most obvious answer would be to say that the burger is bad, because, it's poorly made, it, does not taste the way a high-quality burger tastes. It's crappy. But the tricky part is that I had a positive experience with it, and when you're reviewing something, you're reviewing your experience that you had with that something. So, that means that... Would I give it a good review? I'd give it a good review, right? Ooh, or maybe it's good because it's bad. Maybe the qualities of cheapness and poor craftsmanship are what attracted me to it. So, there you go. But, the impulse to explain it that way comes from our culture in which we have to make up excuses for liking things that are generally considered crap. I don't think I've ever read an article about Plan 9 from Outer Space, or The Room, or any other campy B movies that didn't include the phrase, "so bad it's good." But what if we just like crap? Imagine a world where you could go out and buy 40 Chicken McNuggets, or listen to self-aggrandizing rap, or read trashy romance novels without having to qualify it by being all like, oh, I just like it ironically, oh, it's just a guilty pleasure. Fuck guilty pleasures. Why, barring blatantly immoral things, should you have to feel guilty for liking something that just lies on the margins of the general cultural forces that be? Basically, don't make fun of kids for liking Sonic. Moving on. When it comes down to it, I think the question, can I just like the burger, is worth considering. Of course, it's good to be able to articulate why you like the things you like, and it's even better to be able to recognize the problems with the things you like, but in a media environment where many subcultures are becoming obsessed with the idea of an objective standard, it can be really, really valuable, I think, to just look past polish sometimes. Is Sonic Adventure 2 polished? Is it well built? Is it always a positive experience? No, it's not. But also, it's not harming anyone. It's got a really good attitude. It's not uninteresting. And it took me on one hell of a ride. I just like the burger. And, I think this time, that's perfectly okay.
Thanks for appearing in my video, Jimmy. You should go to Jimmy's channel, Jimmy Whetzel. Click the annotation. You probably already know who he is. Oh well. Go to Jimmy Whetzel. Oh, also follow me on Twitter.